is News 3 Now at 10.
Good evening and thanks for having us in. A blizzard moving through South Dakota, Minnesota, and into northwestern Wisconsin is making holiday travel difficult for a lot of people. Blizzard warnings are in effect for central and southern Minnesota into northwestern Iowa. Some wind gusts today hit 60 miles per hour, and drivers are advised to stay off the roads overnight. The same storm is causing temperatures to drop in southern Wisconsin. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti is tracking the cold air arriving for the Christmas holiday. He has more in your First Warn forecast. Gary?
Brady, our temperatures have dropped over 30 degrees since that cold front came through right around 3 o'clock. Let's start out by taking a look at Doppler track. You can see the heavier snow from about La Crosse northeastward into parts of northeastern Minnesota. Across most of southern Wisconsin, we're just getting some flurries. I'm seeing a couple of flurries in the backyard. Steadier snow up toward the La Crosse area where visibilities have dropped to around a mile, but you can see most other areas seeing visibilities at or above 5 miles, so that indicates just a few flurries. High temperature in Madison hit 53, Janesville 57. Almost all of southern Wisconsin hit the 50-degree mark, but look at where temperatures are now with those winds howling behind me. Madison down to 21, Janesville still at 30, but temperatures are in the teens to our north and west. Those winds right now gusting to 45 miles an hour in Janesville, 39 miles an hour in Madison, dropping wind chills now into the single digits, above zero here and below zero just along and west of the Mississippi River. By tomorrow morning, we'll be down to about 10 degrees with wind chills as cold as 15 below zero. Our Christmas Eve will be a cloudy and cold one, maybe a few flurries in the morning. High temperature at 13 and wind chills staying below zero or near zero all day, and look for another cold day for Christmas Day, but temperatures should rebound for the weekend before snow chances arrive next week. I'll have more details and weather in a few minutes.
Thanks, Gary. This brutal cold we're dealing with has a different bite for those without homes. It's coming during what's already a busy time for area shelters. Madeline O'Neill is live in downtown with the options that are available and how the Salvation Army is preparing for the days ahead. Maddie?
Well, being outside right now, you can definitely feel that 30-degree drop, especially with the wind out here. And it's only supposed to get colder overnight, way too cold to be sleeping outside.
It's crazy.
This year, the challenges have been piling on.
Now you have the cold temperatures, and so that adds another layer.
Cold weather brings more people seeking homelessness services.
Oh, absolutely. And then put it on top of Christmas.
As the Salvation Army Director of Operations and Development, Steve Heck is preparing for a busy time over the holidays.
And now throw COVID into it.
It's a mix keeping the Salvation Army on its toes as more people seek services during the pandemic in general.
We were already twice the number of single women at our shelter, and we were already at capacity at the hotels.
Heck says they can take on the challenge, already making changes to keep people apart physically while not leaving anyone out in the cold.
People can die. When it's that cold, it doesn't take that much.
The Salvation Army is sheltering single women and families and directing men to other resources, such as the new temporary men's shelter on 1st Street, where more than 250 men can sleep. We were there when the 43,000 square foot space opened in the city's former Fleet Services building last week, just in time for the cold weather.
We are really asking people to come inside and get warm.
Though it's hard to feel normal this year, especially if you're spending Christmas in a shelter. The Salvation Army's goal is to pile on as much holiday spirit as possible.
We're making sure that the kids have gifts, that there's a special, their meal looks just like my meal at home, to kind of normalize the situation as much as we can.
The Salvation Army's Red Kettle campaign is in its final 2 days. They're about $150,000 away from their goal. We have more information on how you can help out on our website.
Thanks, Maddie. Janesville police are searching for 2 suspects accused of an armed home invasion. Police say officers were called to the 1000 block of Bouchard Avenue Monday evening. The victims told officers 2 men forced their way into the home and threatened them with a handgun and baseball bat. The suspects robbed them. Janesville police say they're looking for 18-year-old Skylar Plouffe and 17-year-old Keegan McAdory. If anyone knows where they are, please call the Janesville police. To our coronavirus headlines tonight, the state has confirmed confirmed 67 more people have died from COVID in Wisconsin. That comes one day after the state had its highest single-day death total. More than 4,700 people in Wisconsin have died of coronavirus complications since the start of the pandemic. Counties recorded an additional 2,532 cases of the virus today. Wisconsin has reached a lifetime total of 463,906 confirmed cases. Tonight, Public Health Madison in Dane County says free COVID-19 testing at the Alliant Energy Center has been extended. It'll continue until at least March 31st of 2021. Since May, more than 330,000 tests have been administered at the site. A group of volunteers is remembering and honoring Wisconsinites who died from COVID-19 and continuing to ask state lawmakers to do their jobs. The volunteers assembled a paper chain with every link representing someone in the state who died from COVID-19 complications. Each link had the name of the county each of the people were from. The chain stretched more than 800 feet long. Incoming Democratic legislator Francesca Hong says the GOP has had time to act, but refuses to do so.
It's to hold all of our representatives accountable, including me. We need to hold Robin Voss accountable for the obstructionism and the callousness he has shown during the lengths of this pandemic. He has stood as a roadblock for the governor and for our state's COVID response. And these chains, the links, they're a testament to what it has cost us.
Earlier this week, Governor Tony Evers sent 2 bills to Republican lawmakers asking them to take action to address the COVID-19 pandemic. Republicans say Evers has stopped COVID-19 legislation negotiations. The CDC says tens of thousands of Americans could die from COVID-19 just in the coming weeks. A new forecast says the U.S. death toll could reach up to 419,000 people by January 16th. The pandemic has already claimed more than 325,000 American lives. So the new forecast means more than 90,000 people could die over the next 3 weeks. An earlier CDC forecast projected up to 391,000 deaths by January 9th. Travel in and out of the UK is largely shut down over the holidays due to a mutant strain of COVID. But the US has not issued a ban on travel from the UK. Experts say this different variant of the virus is up to 70% more infectious. Although doctors think the strain is more contagious, there's no data yet on if it makes people more sick. Well, it's normal for there to be different mutations of a virus. Wisconsin's Department of Health Services has not found the strain in Wisconsin, but they are continuing to look for it.
Mutations happen all the time. They don't necessarily cause changes in the virus. This one is worth keeping a note on because, like I said, there's those mutations in that spike protein that are causing it to bind more tightly to that receptor on the cell and allow the virus to get into the cells easier.
Pfizer could develop a new version of its vaccine in 6 weeks if needed, but the drug maker believes the current vaccines being given to healthcare workers here at UW and across the country will be effective against this new strain. If you have an iPhone, you probably saw a different notification today. It alerted users about Wisconsin's new COVID-19 contact tracing app. And Android users, you can download it for free in your app store. The app's usefulness will depend on the numbers. But as one expert explained today, it's not so much about everybody having it. It's about making sure your social network has it. And as we head into the holidays, it's a vital conversation to have with your friends and family in the next few days.
Really has to be adopted one person at a time and really within social networks. So if you opted in this morning, I did as well. The next couple of days and the holidays are upon us, we should have conversations with our friends and family and say, are you going to opt in? And if everybody within a network is opted in, that's good.
The app doesn't collect or use any of your private data. It uses Bluetooth signals and anonymous random IDs to figure out who's been in close contact with a positive test. President Trump has granted clemency to more key allies and a family member, and President-elect Joe Biden announced another key cabinet pick. CBS News correspondent Skylar Henry has the latest from the White House.
The White House announced a new round of pardons Wednesday evening, including President Trump's former 2016 campaign chairman, Paul Manafort. Manafort was sentenced to more than 7 years in criminal cases that resulted from special counsel Robert Mueller's Russia investigation. Roger Stone, the president's longtime advisor and friend, also gets a pardon, months after President Trump commuted his prison sentence. He was convicted of lying to Congress about the Russia probe. And Charles Kushner, the father of President Trump's son-in-law, completed his sentence over a decade ago for financial crimes and witness tampering. On Capitol Hill, Republican congressional leaders are calculating their next move after the president slammed the $900 billion COVID relief bill Tuesday.
I'm asking Congress to amend this bill and increase the ridiculously low $600 to $2,000 or $4,000 for a couple.
Democratic House Speaker Nancy Pelosi tweeted that a deal for a larger payout to Americans could be done by noon on Christmas Eve.
I know that Democrats certainly wanted to get more relief than the $600. And, people are hurting right now.
As President Trump left the White House for the holidays, President-elect Biden was busy filling out his cabinet. His latest nominee, Miguel Cardona, nominated for Education Secretary.
You'll have a fantastic and trusted leader who will help you carry out the department's mission with honor and integrity, the honor and integrity of an educator.
Biden said Cardona, who is Connecticut's education commissioner, will help his administration work to safely reopen schools nationwide. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
President Trump vetoed the annual National Defense Authorization Act, which Congress passed earlier this month. Congress has already scheduled votes to override the president's veto next week. If that happens, it would be the first time during his presidency. Officials say the investigation into a deadly F-16 crash has moved into phase 2. At this point, the Site Investigation Board will work to figure out exactly what happened. This stage could take 30 days. Captain Durwood Jones was the pilot of the Madison F-16 jet that crashed into Michigan's Upper Peninsula earlier this month during a training mission. After the second phase of the investigation is complete, investigators will move into the final phase of the investigation. In all, the accident investigation could take a year or more to report its conclusions. A Wisconsin appeals court has upheld a $5.5 million judgment against a driver who killed a 23-year-old bicyclist in Madison 5 years ago. Court documents say Brian Hodgson crashed his car into Emily Zhu as she was crossing a street on Madison's west side in June 2015. A judge entered a $5.5 million judgment against Hodgson for Zhu's suffering. Hodgson argued on appeal that the judge improperly allowed testimony from a doctor who claimed Zhu felt pain before she passed out. He also argued Zhu had caused the crash. The 4th District Court of Appeals rejected his arguments today. There's more to come on News 3 Now at 10. If you're looking for some last-minute gifts for your family without having to leave your home, we've got the solution for you. That's ahead at 10.
There's always a way to make joy America, so it's time to get to it. And with the Ford Built for the Holidays sales event, we're here to help. We're giving you the best deals of the season on the adventure-ready Ford Ranger and the Built Ford Tough Ford F-150 to help you make some extra joy this year. Because this season will be as bright as ever. Ford, built for the holidays. Get F-150 with $95.22 in total savings, plus 1,000 trade assist during the final days of the Built for the Holidays sales event.
Introducing Budweiser Zero. 0% alcohol, 0 grams of sugar. Full Budweiser flavor. For all the moments you want a beer and need to stay on your game. Budweiser Zero. 0 compromise.
At iMart Express, it's just the right price. 2 pairs of glasses start under $40. Using insurance? We accept over 1,000 plans, and using your benefits is as easy as 1, 2, 3. No insurance? No problem. Glasses to fit your budget. It's just the right price. Only at iMart Express.
Unity Point Health presents things you need to know about healthcare workers. They're real people just like us. They have houses and families, and they like to eat spaghetti. At least I bet they like to eat spaghetti. They care for everybody, even people they don't know. They might worry about getting sick, their family, their patients. Tell them thank you by wearing a mask and social distancing. Thank you, healthcare workers. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
Imagine life in that, or that. Having zero stress. Wasting zero energy worrying. 0 days wanting less seats, more seats, and zero regrets. Imagine that. 0 reasons not to get into a Volkswagen, especially now that you can start shopping from home. Click, call, or come by today. Visit our Volkswagen Sign and Drive event and visit 2021 Atlas V6 ST Tech 4 Motion today. 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month payment, and 0 due at signing.
Throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, Madison nurses have stepped up like never before.
I had a strong desire to kind of go and help the overall situation of this COVID outbreak.
News 3 Now profiles Madison Magazine's top nurses for 2020, nominated by our readers and viewers, sharing their stories from the front lines. Outstanding nurses who went above and beyond in providing care, innovation, and leadership during unprecedented times. Madison's Top Nurses 2020, Christmas Day at 5 p.m. on News 3 Now.
Hey folks, 'tis the season for presents and trash, but be careful before you toss stuff out. Watch News 3 Now this morning, Thursday. We'll share the one dangerous item you should absolutely not throw in your recycling bin. See you then.
Holiday sales are expected to be much higher this year compared to last year. The National Retail Federation forecasts sales this gift buying season will grow by as much as 5.2%, with online and non-store sales seeing a 20 to 30% increase. And if you're still not done with your shopping, or if you're someone who hasn't started, one expert says subscription gifts may be the way to go. Jeremy Roth has more.
Need a last-minute holiday gift? Subscription-based gifts may be a good fix for anyone on your list.
Everything from wine of the month to coffee of the month to arts and crafts. So this is the year to really get invested in having that experience come to you versus the other way around.
Nationally syndicated Tech Life columnist Jennifer Jolly says consider wellness subscription boxes or healthcare services. Subscription-based telehealth platforms like OptHealth say they've seen a boost in clients during the pandemic.
Yeah, oftentimes they don't want to go to the doctor's office at all. So absolutely, we've seen an increase in people wanting to use our platform for that.
Online learning software is also an option, with so many virtual courses out there like MASTERCLASS, SKILLSHARE, and Adobe tutorials.
They're really popular this year because a lot of people are stuck at home. They're either out of work or starting to think about how can I take my skills to that next level.
For that foodie on your list, consider meal subscriptions like Freshly, Home Chef, and HelloFresh. There's even one for kids.
There's a company called Little Spoon Plates, and it's a kids meal delivery. It lets you customize the menus and get your kids fed without forcing you basically to take out a second mortgage.
Also for kids, subscription-based toy services.
Toy Library has a deal for $12.50 per month for 2 toys of your child's choice. Green Pinata is a lot pricier at $25 per month, but your child gets up to 4 new toys per box.
For Consumer Watch, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Well, our temperature has dropped about 30 degrees since mid-afternoon. How long will the colder temps last? Chief Meteorologist Gary Canaldi has more. Gary?
Well, this first round of cold weather will last right through the Christmas holiday, but then we should see temperatures rebound as we head into the early part of the weekend and maybe the very early part of next week. One of the reasons why is the snow cover. Officially, 3 inches of snow on the ground at the airport in Madison, but there are a lot of bare spots out there. Santa will have to make do with what's out there because we're not adding anything to it. But you can see where the heavier snow fell today from southwestern Minnesota through the Twin Cities up into northeastern Wisconsin, or northwestern Wisconsin and northeastern Minnesota. Central parts of the state might get a little bit more as this band of heavier snow rotates on through. There could be a few inches up in this area, but most of southern Wisconsin just going to see some flurries, very little in the way of snow accumulations. Visibilities right now still down to below a mile over much of northwestern Iowa into parts of central Minnesota and northwestern Wisconsin. That area under blizzard warnings right now for strong winds that could cause whiteout conditions in some areas, winter weather advisories through Eau Claire, and winter storm warnings in between. Look at that wind gust today. Here in Madison, our peak wind gust has been 40 miles an hour, but La Crosse hit 51 miles per hour, Twin Cities 52, and you can see over western Minnesota and the eastern Dakotas, winds were gusting to 60 miles per hour or greater. These are the current wind gusts, almost 40 miles an hour here in Madison, still seeing some strong gusts, almost to 50 miles per hour hour over central Minnesota. Even though the snow has died down in some areas, the wind is just blowing the snow around. And then you factor in the cold temperatures, and we're seeing wind chills now in the teens and 20s below zero through much of Minnesota. Wind chills above zero here, but not for long. We'll see them down as cold as 15 below zero by tomorrow morning. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Look for a very cold Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Morning wind chills will be down to about 15 below zero. Some light snow late Sunday afternoon into Monday morning. Shouldn't amount to very much, but a more significant storm system is possible in the Wednesday-Thursday time frame. And here's what I'm talking about. The European computer model, this is through Monday at noon. This is the snow that will fall Sunday afternoon into Monday, generally about maybe an inch or two in some areas. But notice as we go into Wednesday and Thursday, which is New Year's Eve, look at the heavy snow totals to the north and west. That could be a very significant snowstorm. Here in southern Wisconsin, we might see some rain during the day on Wednesday. That would limit the snowfall amounts, at least over much of southern Wisconsin. The heavier totals will be just to the north and west. Now, the U.S. computer model, again, showing maybe an inch or two through Monday morning. And then as we head from Wednesday into Thursday, those temperatures stay colder. The storm system takes a little more southerly track, and that could bring the potential for heavy snow here or nearby. Again, don't look at the numbers. This is still, a week out. This just kind of gives you an idea of the potential there, but it's something that we do need to watch as we head into the middle part of next week. The way 2020 has gone, we probably will end the year with a snowstorm. That's just the way things have been. Notice the big dip in the jet stream. That's what spun up our storm system here, but now we'll lift it off to the northeast into Canada. As we zoom into the Midwest, the main area of low pressure up over northern Wisconsin, it's pushed the cold front well out to the east. The colder air is now wrapping around the backside of the storm, and you can see the difference in temperatures. Still in the 40s over Michigan. Temperatures are in the single digits to around zero over western Minnesota, again, where wind chills are down to about 20 below zero. For Christmas Eve, look for mostly cloudy skies tomorrow. A breezy, much colder day, high only at 13, and those flurries could linger into the morning hours. On future track, notice a few flurries overnight into tomorrow morning. Look at the low temperature, down to 10 degrees. High temperature tomorrow, only around 13. And then for Christmas Day morning, temperatures will drop to just above zero as skies clear out. Wind chills down to about 15 below zero. And then maybe some clouds in the afternoon on Christmas Day. But it's a quiet day overall with a high temperature in the upper teens. The 7 to 10 day forecast, again, some light snow chances Sunday afternoon into Monday morning. That should not be a big system, but the storm system in the Wednesday, Thursday time frame bears some watching. Again, could be a mix in the afternoon on Wednesday. And then as we head toward New Year's Day itself, temperatures will turn a little bit colder.
All right, thanks, Gary. Well, still to come on News 3 now. The Bucks opened their season with loss. How a late rally came up a little short. Zach's in next with sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The holidays are coming, but Toyotathon's already here with great year-end deals for that special someone. Trust me, these work way better than mistletoe.
Right now, lease a new 2021 Camry for $239 a month. Toyota, let's go places.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
The world needs people who fight for what's right. For us, that means fighting for you when an accident has turned your life upside down.
So I can get the latest phones free with no hidden requirements?
Yep, all season long.
And do I have to get the most expensive plan?
Nope, no plan restrictions.
Okay, but we have to trade in our phones.
Right?
Nope, keep your phones.
Did you say free phones?
Yep, the latest phone's free for you.
Okay, in.
Switch to U.S. Cellular and get the latest phones free, available all season long with no hidden requirements. U.S. Cellular, upgrade to fair.
We drive everywhere to help our son reach his dream of becoming an elite swimmer. So we enrolled in the Know Your Drive program with American Family Insurance. It gives us discounts for safe driving and other benefits, like emergency roadside service, which comes in handy, no matter where his dreams take him. With Know Your Drive, save up to 20% and get closer to your dreams. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Menards has something for everyone on your list. Masterforce's full-bore spade bits make the perfect stocking stuffer. They're built to work faster and harder than traditional spade bits. Grab a 6-piece set for $9.99. This 14-drawer Masterforce mobile tool chest and cabinet combo keeps tools safe and secure. It holds up to 110 pounds per drawer and has a power strip with USB for quick charging. Get it for $879.98 at Menards. Plus, give the perfect gift with the Menards gift card.
Warm season's greetings to you all from Menards.
Happy holidays and happy savings at the Brothers Maine during our Happy Holiday Savings Sale. Give your home a little love and give yourself more big savings on brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. We're making the holidays a little easier with up to 18 months of 0% financing and the convenience of expert delivery free. You get more for the holidays at the Moore store. Happy home shopping, happy holidays, and happy holiday savings from all of us at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
The holidays are coming, but Toyotathon's already here with great year-end deals for that special someone. Trust me, these work way better than mistletoe.
Right now, lease a new 2021 Camry for $239 a month. Toyota, let's go places.
Over the last 2 years, the Bucks have been one of the best regular season teams in the NBA, winning 116 games. But Milwaukee doesn't just want to be known for having good regular seasons. They want to be the last team standing. To do that, you have to make it to the playoffs, and their journey tonight starts against Boston. Bucks down by as many as 17, but rallied in the fourth. Drew Holiday splashes home the step-back triple to put Milwaukee up 1. He finished with 25 in his Bucks debut. 5 seconds to play now. Milwaukee up 1, and Jason Tatum banks home a 3 to give Boston a 2-point lead with 0.4 of a second left. Now Giannis would get fouled and shoot 2 free throws. He'd make the first one. The second one, he misses. Giannis scored 35, needed 36 tonight. Bucks fall 122 to 121. It's been a while since Wisconsin last won in East Lansing, like way back when Devin Harris and Mike Wilkinson were on the same team. UW's last win at Michigan State, March 2nd, 2004. That game, the Badgers stopped the Spartans from winning a Big Ten championship, and in the process from raising a Big Ten champions banner that was laying around Wisconsin's bench during the game. Since then, 12 straight losses, and that's a streak this group wants to snap on Christmas Day.
I think the biggest reason why we haven't won there is because they're really good. So I know that sounds simplistic, but it's that simple.
It's a game that we look forward to. It's a game that for us seniors, us old guys in the locker room, we've never won at the Breslin Center. So it's a game that we have circled for that. So we're really excited, looking forward to it. Looking forward to the challenge.
First thing that comes to mind when you say the Tennessee Titans is always Derrick Henry. And item number 1 on Matt LaFleur's game plan for Sunday, attempt to slow him down. The Packer defense is allowing 4.5 yards per carry this season. That's not ideal when Henry, the league leader in rushing and making defenses look silly with his stiff arms, is coming to town.
This is what great backs do. They make people look silly. And certainly he's been doing that for a couple years now. And he's an elite runner. And we need multiple hats at the ball because he's going to make people miss, or he may stiff arm somebody and make them miss.
And that's it for sports. We'll be right back.
For over 30 years, Lexus has been celebrating driveway moments. Here's to one more. The Lexus December to Remember sales event.
Lease the 2020 UX200 for $299 a month for 36 months, and we'll make your first month's payment.
Experience amazing.
Hey! Yeah? I switched to GEICO and got more. More savings on car insurance. They helped with homeowners, too. Okay. Plus, motorcycle, boat, and RV insurance. GEICO's got you covered. Like a blanket.
Houston, you seeing this?
GEICO. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
Complying with national guidelines is made easy with the CETA's commercial touchless forehead thermometer. The instant read LCD digital display yields an accurate body temperature reading from 2 to 4 inches within half a second. From schools, offices, shops, and all other public places, keep yourself safe and compliant with a hands-free thermometer that's easy to install and easier to use. Visit www.cetusonline.com. That is CETUSonline.com.
We're going to find the perfect treat.
We're going skating. We're going to Nana's.
Wherever you go this holiday, Chevy can help you get there. Which is why we're making our Chevy employee discount available to everyone.
The Chevy price you pay is what we pay.
Not a cent more. So wherever you go, happy holidays from Chevy.
Use the Chevy employee discount for everyone to get over $5,200 below MSRP on this Traverse. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
'Twas the holiday season, and as is often the case, magic was found in an unlikely place. Molly tried her best to make introductions. Dad couldn't see past his grown-up assumptions. But thanks to fresh ham and warm apple pie, Dad was finally able to see with fresh eyes. With the freshest assortment to make everyone's faves, the happiest holidays start with Pick and Save.
In 1912, Leon L. Bean sold his first batch of 100 boots, 90 of them leaked. He refunded every pair and then perfected them. Because if it wasn't comfortable, he didn't want people to have it. This holiday season, we want to help you give the warmest, coziest, longest-lasting gifts on Earth and make you feel more comfortable than you have in a long, long time.
For over 30 years, Lexus has been celebrating driveway moments. Here's to one more. The Lexus December to Remember sales event.
Lease the 2021 RX 350 all-wheel drive for $419 a month for 36 months and we'll make your first month's payment.
Experience amazing.
Go to Amazon.com skills to enable Channel 3000 news briefs.
Well, it's starting to finally feel like December out there.
Oh, yeah. The temperatures are dropping. We've got some flurries out there, but for the most part, they're very light. There might be a little more steady light snow up in the areas north and west of the Dells. But temperatures now have dropped to the low 20s here in Madison, teens out to the west. We're seeing winds gusts to 35 to 45 miles per hour, and those wind chills at times down to the single digits above zero. They'll be below zero by early Christmas Eve morning.
All right, thanks everyone for spending this time with us. Have a great night.